Alright guys, so today we'll be going over a new tier list. Since the last tier list I made, I didn't rank Kevin Durant and obviously Tatum was not out at that time. So this is a tier list for season 2. I know Embiid is coming. I'll probably do another one when Embiid drops because that's towards the end of the season, or at least the middle part of the season, because this season is very long. It's like 60 days, so 2 months. But yeah, so going over a new tier list, ranking all these cards, and yeah, let's start off with the best card in the game. Where is he here? Steph is still the best card in the game. He's still the best superstar. The scoring potential that you have with Steph is just unmatched. I made my video on it. If you haven't seen it, you can go watch it. I made like so many contested threes because the more you miss the next shot, or like his accuracy goes up. So eventually he's just gonna start hitting contested threes. Like he's the only card that can really do that in the game. So that's what makes him just so special there. Another card in that S tier is obviously Gasol. He's the best center in the game right now. On every Gasol is like super quick, great rebounder, has multiple options to score from the mid range. His dunks are so quick, and he's a good 3 point shooter. So just overall good card there. I'll put well, Braun and Giannis. Let me find Giannis. Hold on. Braun and Giannis are kind of just like the same character in a way. They're both defensive. I think Giannis is actually a bit better here, but they're both the same level of character. Very great defensive cards, can provide something offensively to you, but they're more defensive, can grab boards, and kind of lock down someone there for you. Another card here that's very good, obviously, is Shai, the second best guard in the game. He's just not as good as 3 point shooter as Steph, and then even Steph has some stats better than him. But obviously, his dribble moves create so much separation and can provide you a lot offensively there, especially with the ability to pass out of his shots, what Steph can't do, so he can set up other teammates. So he's a very, very good superstar, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably selected him out of the Path of Stars. And let me know, who did you actually select from the Path of Stars? I think a lot of people are going to pick Shai. Some people probably pick Giannis, and I think a very few amount of you probably pick Jokic. But yeah, let me know what you guys picked down below. And speaking of Jokic, he's the other best center in the game. He's a bit weird because he's very slow compared to Gasol, but he's the best shooting big man in the game. Like he's the best shooting center in the game. So if you want to have someone like that on your team, like you can do that there. He runs very well with other teammates. If you're gonna run very frequently with teammates, he's a very good center for that. Good screens. Obviously, he has his ult. That's very good. Basically, a guarantee two every time. I've rarely seen it being blocked. So it's a very good option there. And then for the S tier, I would also put Tatum in there because he's just so versatile. He can give you so much offensively. And then on the defensive side of the ball, he's very quick. He has the blocks. He can rebound. Like, he's just such a versatile card. I think he's one of the best cards for a solo player. If you're going to play solo, because he can do so much, I think you'd have to get him. I'm not gonna lie. So I put Tatum up there as well. And then the last time I didn't have Durant on this list, but I'm gonna put Durant here. I think, all right. So with KD, he's not, he's kind of limited with his dribble moves, but I've just rarely seen this card miss mid-range shots. It's actually crazy. He could be, especially when he has his fighting spirit up, like he just rarely misses shots. I really don't see it that often. His scoring potential is just very high. He can block a bit. I think he's just a very, very, very good superstar. But I don't know how long he'll last when other cards come out. But I think he's just very good right now. And then last but not least, in this S tier, I'm gonna put Luka. Luka's still just too versatile, man. He's just way too versatile to just not have as a backup card to run if you don't run guards. Like he's just very good, good 3 point shooter, very good dribble moves. Obviously, has his magic pass. He can pass out of any shot. So yeah, very very good card. I think y'all all understand why Luka is very good. Then in A tier to start us off, putting Bam, my personal favorite card that I've used so far. He's the best free to play center in the game by far, in my opinion. Very quick rebounder, very quick defender, help defender. Like not he's not a scorer, but he just does everything that you need him to do as a defender and rebounder. Love his ult, love every. Like, I really love this card. So very good center option there. Also put Capella in this tier. He's slower, but he can provide you a lot with rebounding and blocking. Like if you know how to time his snatch block, like it can get you can get a lot out of his snatch block. I'm not gonna lie. So he's a very good card there. I'd also put Clay there. Still to this day, a very good Clay can just put up a lot of points because his drifting shot, it's so weird to guard at times. Like if they know how to get this off, like a Clay can go crazy. Clay can go crazy very easily. So I put him in A tier there. Then we have Jordan Clarkson, another very good guard. Very good dribble moves, can create a lot of separation. Doesn't hit as many shots as I would like him to hit, but he's still a very good card there, and I have to put him in A tier just based off that. Then Zion. Zion is probably like honestly he might be the single best card for solo queue. Like if it's gonna run into solo queue, especially if you have like bot teammates, he just might be the best one because he can do rebounding for you. His dunks are very, very, very good, and you can also like pass out of it. You can do the layup. He has so many ways to score from inside the paint that like an opposing player, a real player, kind of just has to guess what he's gonna do at some point. So he's very good there. I will also put Devin Booker here. Very good mid-range shooter. Has a nice ult for a three. Like he's just a very good card. I really like Devin Booker here. I would still put Paul George in this A tier. I don't see him as much honestly in the higher tiers, but he's still able to score. He's still a very good defender. He can steal. He's still just a solid card. I just don't see how he can be like bad, honestly. I just don't see it. So yeah, is that gonna round out my A tier? Who else would I put in A tier? I might actually I might put Julio actually in A tier because every time I see this card, he's a very good defender. He can block, he can rebound. The putbacks are nice. I don't see him as much right now. Well, season 2 just started, so I haven't reached like legendary yet or anything. So, but based off last season, I think my impression of him is a little bit better now. So I think he's actually a decent power forward option there. And then that might round out my A tier. Then in B tier, start of the B tier, Wiggins. I know people probably like Wiggins a little bit more. I just think the card is very basic. I think he's a worse version of Braun because he's just a dunker. And me, every time I run into a Wiggins, there's one specific dunk that I haven't practiced with yet, but every other dunk I've practiced, I just need to be in position for it. If I'm in position, I'm going to block the dunk. He's just very simple with how he can score. He's still a very good card. You can make him work, but he just doesn't provide much different for me, like to really put him anything above that. Another card in B tier I think is just a solid. So B tier is really just solid cards. A tier is like the above average, like really good cards that you can use as a free to play option, and obviously S tier is the best cards in the game. So B tier, Chris Paul, very annoying card. Can every time you get an assist, like I think he gives accuracy up and speed. He does a lot of different stuff there, and he obviously has his diving steal or diving. It's dive for the loose ball. So yeah, I think he's like a very annoying, very good card that you can use just to mess around. I think there. Then I would also put Kuminga here. Same thing with the dunks, but it's like his dunk animation is like still like it's more basic than Zion and Wiggins, but he can actually hit some threes, so it's not so he has that versatility towards him. Just a very solid card, can rebound, can stretch the floor for you if you really need to. Run him as your big man, so solid there. Then I would put Steven Adams, good center. Has a nice ult. His steamroll stuff can be pretty good. Good rebounder, but he's just not going to provide you anything much offensively. He's not fast, so he can't be a good help defender. So he's really just a center to rebound and get an occasional dunk or so here and there. Then I would also put the Rose in here, good scorer. Just doesn't provide you much defensively and not that much offensively as well. But he just a very solid card there. Jamal Murray, same thing. Dribble moves are pretty basic. Can be easy to guard. He has good stats for shooting. He has a decent ult for shooting as well, but it can be blocked. So it's just like he's just solid. He's not crazy. You can make him work, but yeah, he's just solid there. Another one, Nurkic, good rebounder. He has damn near an unblockable. I've really rarely ever seen his fadeaway blocked. I learned the timing of it recently, but it's still like very hard to time because like the moment it triggers, you really have to be locked in to really block that. Also, just that alone provides you a lot. And as I said, he's a very good rebounder, so you can make him work there, but he just doesn't provide you anything compared to the other centers in the game. Then is there anyone else that I put in B tier cards that you can actually make work in the higher ranks? There we go. All right. So yeah, these are cards I don't really see in the higher ranks. Let's go here as well. Oh, I forgot Fuji, my boy Fuji. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna put Fuji. Yeah, I forgot about Fuji actually. I'll put Fuji in A tier because he's such a good defender. He can provide you a lot with his steals. You can make Fuji work. You can really make Fuji work in the higher tiers. So I can't I forgot I don't know how I forgot about him, but yeah. But these are cards here that I just cannot advise anyone to run in like once you get to a certain point. Uh let's see here. Don't see any of these cards. And then C tier is just gonna be Westbrook and Cam Johnson. I just yeah, Cam actually has like good dribble moves, so he can get shots off. He has a decent ult, so and his layup, it's very blockable, very blockable. But you can make it work there. And Westbrook obviously has his putback, and you can get to the rim a lot with him. He has different dunk animations. You can pass out of his dunks, so he's not terrible. He's not terrible. He just doesn't provide you much outside of dunking and his one or two putback dunks that you can get per game. And then all the cards in D tier are just cards that I never see in ranked. I've never seen these cards. Once I hit legendary in last season, like I just never seen any of these cards. Like these cards are not ran whatsoever. And if you run these cards, you're trying to lose the game. I'm just being honest, bro. But yeah, this is my final tier list here for season. Well, not my final tier list for season 2, but this is my final list right now for this tier list. When Joel Embiid comes out, he'll probably be an S tier card. I'm not gonna lie, based off of all the stuff that I do, but I'll see what are the cards that are being ran at that point in time and might make an updated tier list for this. But yeah, tell me what you guys think down below the tier list. Should someone be higher? Should someone be lower? And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time, guys. Peace.